okay? Like Orlando, play with the Magic, no camo, with no basket. No, me in a suit for peace. Eulogies talk about peace. Screams, cries, faint, breach, wings high, can't reach. If I'm walking on the cloud to the golden gates, then I hope that Jehovah gon' hold the place. Then I never gon' lie, say they stole my space, causing me to repeat as a whole new race. Oh no, beat, then reincarnated, cause everybody hate it for sure. Don't debate it, I get too, cause I ain't waiting for hope. Under bright lights, sadness, cause deep into my life, with that on the front page news is a highlight. Let's reverse, I'm reminding you of what I don't take kindly to. For any simple-minded fool who blinded trying to you touch us, then we gotta touch all. Families, friends, girlfriends.
The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. They'll see the West All-Stars facing the 90s team. Tip-off goes to the 90s team. Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. LeBron James is out there with Durant. Then there's Irving. Then it's Harden, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. Hits it from three-point range.
He gets the ball to him in whip-like fashion.
LeBron with it. Harden outside. Leonard on the wing. Shoots over Pippen. And it's Leonard missing.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
And Pippen gets it to go.
Yeah, Pippen using those long arms inside to get shots off. Feels like no one can guard him down low.
Here's James after the made shot from Scottie Pippen. The 3 from Harden. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Stolen by Durant. He dishes it to Harden. Shoots it up. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Harden's got 5 points so far.
Boy, that's an example of Durant's basketball IQ and awareness, both platinum level.
Stockton passes to Olajuwon. Irving against Stockton. Great D that time from Irving. The West All-Stars with the ball. Harden dishes to LeBron. Malone with the block. Stockton outside. Now the pass to Jordan. Malone gets the bucket.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. I spoke with the 90s team head coach before tip-off. He talked about the matchup problems Kevin Durant poses for them. He pointed out that it's always tricky because you can't be as physical with him as you'd like to, since Durant's automatic at the free throw line. So while he wants his guys to be aggressive on KD, they'll also need to be smart above all else. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Knocked loose. Harden with it. Picked up by Malone. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Jordan can't get it to go.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Durant trying to break free. Irving, good.
Well, you simply can't guard that. Irving's just too nimble. Easily gets himself free of the defender.
Outside Pippen. Down low. Here's the break. Here's Irving. Malone with the block. Stockton against Irving. Malone. And the jam by Karl Malone.
Boy, I love watching Stockton share the ball. He does it with such aplomb. He's unselfish and always looking for the open man.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
So the West ends up going with the new group. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Beal, the pass to Lillard. Davis inside. Robinson on him. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That is textbook when you're talking a pump fake. Well executed that time by Davis. So good at knowing how to use that shot fake effectively.
The West All-Stars shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. Free throw is good.
You know, I tell you what, you can make a case he's the best player in the league. Davis is really the total package, both ends of the floor, and he continues to get better.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Payton the bounce pass. Shaq passes to Robinson. Payton surveying the floor. 6 to shoot. Lays it up off the glass.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here's Simmons. Goes back up, and it's good on the way up.
Boy, that's a great effort from Simmons, guys. He might have point guard skills, and he's got plenty of those, but he can bang inside, too.
Payton kicks to Drexler. Pass to Hill. Over Simmons. The offensive rebound. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, I like the interior game of Robinson. He really does a nice job with getting deep position and then going to work.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Find the lanes. One shot.
And that one falls for Robinson.
Yeah, and Robinson is a franchise-defining talent, a chiseled, powerful center, a remarkable leader.
Now here's Towns. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Lillard from outside. Robinson pulls it in. The 90s team on offense. Hill looking around. Payton outside. Robinson down low. He's covered by Beal. Good on the shot.
Really love watching Payton dish it out like that. He's a true floor general who does an outstanding job of getting his teammates the clean looks.
Now, here's Lillard. There's the 3. And David Robinson pulls it down.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to O'Neal. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
Boy, a dominant big man is O'Neal. Superb control inside. And this dude will feast on the interior.
Lillard against Payton. Lillard outside. Passes it to Towns to stop the run. It's blocked by Shaq.
Love seeing O'Neal use his body to come up with those blocks. An imposing force and a pretty consistent defender as well.
And so it's the home team with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back to the action after this word. Thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the 90s team.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
And so here are the West All-Stars. 6-point game. Gary Payton is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Hill. Then it's Ewing. And it's Mourning in at the 4. Trying to get open is Davis. Beal with the bucket.
Can't let Beal get that comfortable because he's so efficient once he gets in that area.
And for the West, we've got Thompson. Davis is out there with Bradley Beal. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Aldridge in at the 5, patrolling the paint.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
And here's Thompson following the three-pointer by Gary Payton. Fires it up. That one's good, and the 90s team lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Klay Thompson.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here is Hill. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Mourning, and good that time. And the 90s team leads by 7.
You have to love the approach Payton takes to the game. And an exceptional passer who does a great job with distributing the basketball.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it. Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Catching up on changes for the West. Kevin Durant's checked in for Anthony Davis. James Harden comes in for Bradley Beal. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Damian Lillard. And it's out of bounds, last touch by Aldridge. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. And there's the pass to Pippen. Clock at 4. Over KD. Klay Thompson grabs the miss. Malone against Harden. Beyond the arc. Aldridge, the pass to Thompson, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Now here's Pippen. 5 points in the game. Michael Jordan on the wing, guarded by Harden. Jordan dishes to Malone. Open for 3. They get a hand on it.
And you could see he knew exactly where that long rebound was coming off, able to get there quickly and snatch it up.
On the left block, that's good, and a nice assist from Stockton. Pippen's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Stockton so good at passing the ball. One of the best dime droppers in the game.
Irving finds Aldridge. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Harden scanning the floor. Pass to Jordan. And he drops it in from the low post. Now Now it's a 7-point 90s team lead.
And Scottie Pippen so good at surveying the floor. Like seeing him find the open man with those sweet dishes.
Harden against Pippen. Harden, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high-percentage shot for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Team making a change here. Robinson's checked in, so an almost entirely new group now for the West. LeBron's checked in for Aldridge. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Kevin Durant. Kawhi and Simmons subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Now here's Simmons. Malone with the block. And it's Malone finishing it off.
I love watching Malone just use that strength. He's so good at just kind of burrowing his way inside and then finishing above the rim.
Here's Simmons. LeBron passes to Harden. And they get it. And that's 2 points on the layup. Harden's got 7.
Boy, I love watching Harden pat the rock. Has an unlimited number of moves to choose from. Endless.
It's Pippen on the way. 1:25 left to play here in the second quarter. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Pippen's got the lead up to 11 now for the 90s team. And so here are the West All-Stars. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
Robinson, that's good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. Dishes it to Harden. Over Jordan. Here's Towns. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Outside for Jordan. Here's Pippen, and finished off by Robinson.
Timing important when you're doing the alley-oop dunk now, and David Robinson, perfect in timing his leap.
And so it's the home team. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We'll return shortly. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What can you say? Scottie Pippen, an impressive effort here today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court right now for the 90s team. They've got Pippen, John Stockton out there with Michael Jordan, and there's Malone, and it's Olajuwon in at the 5 spot. Here's Malone. James Harden picking up that last basket. All sorts of time, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And the 90s team leads by 11. And the West All-Stars have possession. Pippen against James. The kick out to Irving. Just 5 to shoot. Stockton with the defensive effort. Irving's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. To the paint. Here's Jordan. Oh, what a finish! Good.
And the high-flying antics of Jordan, simply awesome. One of the best dunkers this game has ever seen.
Irving dishes to LeBron. The 3 from Harden. No good that time. Harden's gone just 1 of 4 from deep. Stockton outside. He feeds it to Olajuwon. Malone trying to break free. And Olajuwon gets it to go on the assist by Stockton. Stockton's got 3 assists in the game. Harden against Jordan. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Michael Jordan.
Exceptional strength. Harden is so smart at creating opportunities to get to the free throw line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good from Harden.
You know, it's become almost a foregone conclusion that Harden is going to lead the league in free throw attempts every year. He is a master at getting to the line.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for LeBron. Davis comes in for Kevin Durant. Thompson, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Lillard subbed in for Irving. Harden hits them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Payton against Lillard. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Stolen by Thompson. Fires from 18. And the jumper is on the mark. Thompson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And one of the most composed scorers we have in our league. Thompson has the poise to make every shot count.
Now here's Payton. He's got 5.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Here's Harden on the wing. And Harden with the stuff.
Really good court awareness that time from Anthony Davis, seeing the floor and making the right decision.
And so Payton will bring it up for the 90s team. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Thompson against Olajuwon. Here's Drexler. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. To the middle. Here's Lillard. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
West All-Stars shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Shooting 2.
the first one at the line is good. So for the 90s team, Ewing's checked in for Olajuwon. Mourning comes in for O'Neal, and it's Hill in for Gary Payton. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Beal's checked in. The free throw is good from Lillard. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Now, here is Mourning, and too long on the shot.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Beal, the pass to Davis. Over Drexler. That one's good, and the 90s team lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Anthony Davis.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Out of bounds, it'll be the West All-Stars ball.
Boy, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
The West making some changes. Towns comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Ben Simmons in for Thompson. On offense, here are the West All-Stars. It's been 10 unanswered points. Beal finds Towns. Here's Lillard. Clock at 6. There's Beal with the 3. The rebound by Ewing. On the wing, Drexler. He's covered by Beal. Here's Ewing. And the layup's good off the glass. Ewing's got his first bucket of the night.
Very self-confident in the paint. Ewing excels at scoring close to the hoop.
Outside, Beal. Pass to Lillard. The 3. Nailed from three-point land.
Timeout.
Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
And the 90s team calls time here.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Team. Scottie Pippen's checked in for Hill. Jordan comes in for Drexler. And Stockton subbed in for Hardaway. Now here's Stockton. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Trains the three-pointer. And the 90s team leads by 7.
Scottie Pippen, a dependable shooter from here now. Like how he gets his feet set first. That's fundamental, but essential.
Outside, Simmons. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Excellent D from Stockton. Outside Pippen. Outside Jordan. Passes it to Mourning. From the baseline. It's Ewing that time on the assist by Pippen. And now it's a 9-point 90s team lead. Lillard the pass to Towns. And so it looks like it'll be still with the West All-Stars. So for the 90s team, Robinson comes in for Patrick Ewing. And Malone's subbed in for Mourning. The West also making some changes. Durant's checked in for Anthony Davis. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Simmons, and it's Kyrie